supposed to.
Alright, come on, it's recording.
Which is fun. Salome, continue. Up. We are born with dreams in our hearts. At the gate we are given papers, our old clothes are taken, and then we are given overalls. Like, mechanics to wear. She begins her workday when the rest of us unloosen our ties and fight rush hour traffic on the way home from work. You see, the evening shift, it just pays a little bit better these days. The other day, right here, I made a point for America. I knocked on the Gonzalez family door. I had to wait until 6 because they all work. When the door opened, they immediately became angry. This morning I woke to an old echo crawling from me as though I was full of hibernating things. I gathered as many anvils as I could find, and I arranged them before me like drums. I took my hammer up in each fist, and I began to play. She is bruised from pinching sore, from stretching dollar bills into small miracles. Her magic makes Jesus look like a common man. But work is sewn into her smile. From the 19th century Irish to the Latino influx of today, nativist attitudes have predicted the imminent doom of our very way of life. Inflated and hateful rhetoric surrounds each new immigrant group, providing a negative and dehumanizing discourse. Yet it is immigrants that have provided this nation with dutiful work and labor since its inception, creating a country uniquely cohesive, uniquely determined, uniquely American. But the fear-mongering surrounding the current immigration debate begs the question, when did we forget that we are all descendants of hard work and hope? So through the poetry, Anvils by Michael Lee, An Open Letter to Dora the Explorer by Josh Aiken, Immigrants in Our Own Land by Jimmy Santiago Vaca, and Immigrants by Randy Warren. A program examining the very foundation of America, because we all had to start somewhere. Dear Dora, when they made you pink and bright, and full of adventure and all smiles and smart. But they taught you too. They taught you to be dependent on maps and boundaries and ladders. And they taught you to pause for a really long time, waiting for a response. You, here, tarde, los of work, she says in an accent that screams, I'm trying. Y le contesto, sí, mucho trabajo. And then her eyes illuminate like the candle she lights to the Virgen of Guadalupe every morning. And she says, hablas español. Me llamo Ángela. I'm the janitor. With every swing, I search so desperately for an America that believes in the sanctity of labor. And with every swing, I am reminded that this America has never existed. Whether you have cotton or coals or apples or railroad tracks in your blood, your sweat is a language this country is trying to forget. It is a language we are told to be ashamed of. We are told to bury our vocations behind neckties and suits. But the only history I trust is those written by calloused hands. Some of us were craftsmen. In the old world we were good with our hands, but proud of our work. Some of us were good with our heads. We used common sense the way scholars use books and glasses to reach the world. But most of us didn't even finish high school. I know you're a child, but I can't help but wonder whether it hurts when they poke and prod you, when they stuff you full of adventure and they mount you on their Nickelodeon walls and mousetrap all the sharp parts, all the parts that aren't clean-cut and simple, like you haven't been carved into America's moving babysitter. America is the father who tells his son to pull himself up from his bootstraps, but gives him no shoes. America is the father who beats his children and calls them ungrateful the day they fight back. I must say, it boggles the mind that these people are so reluctant to go back home. I mean, if Mexico were really so bad, how come so many people vacation there? I pray on that, I do, and even God seems to have no answer. She tells me I'm the first to converse with her. Tells me most act as if though she isn't even visible. And I tell her to most she isn't. But I tell her that I see her, and that she's appreciated. I remind her that it is nightfall that dresses the stars in their brilliance, the cook that makes the restaurant's reputation, the landscaper that brings out the life in tulips, the immigrants that built this nation. Lo hicimos, Dora! They have built a fence around your land. They have named it caricature and cartoon. They have named it stereotype and cartoon. Clap if you see the fence! The Gonzalez family, you'll be happy to hear, is now the official landscaping team of the great state of South Arizona. As federal prisoners, they get paid a few dollars each day, which from a public fund standpoint is recession friendly. And they get to feel the pride of a hard day's work. A pride I hope they pass on to their children. You sing and dance and speak 2 languages, but only when it's convenient. Only when it's okay. Arriba, you are not Mexican or Salvadorian or Puerto Rican, but you are all the Latina they need you to be. Wide-eyed and helpless because to them you are just a cartoon. She breaks her back so that one day her children may sprout wings. May they fly high above walls being constructed to destroy bridges between despair and dreams. May they see you, Angela, and your child's college degree, and the smiles of the babies that you will raise for them. May they grow compassion in the garden that you tend to. May they see you for who you are, respect you for who you are. May they see you, Angela. May they see you. America, do not call yourself a Christian nation and forget that Christ was a carpenter. Do not oppress those closest to the man that you pretend to worship. The poor, the humble, the working. America is the body of a piano. The keys, a spine. The keys, a chain gang. The overseer is the pianist of backs composing across our skin. He may play us, but he does not own this sound, does not own the ringing of arms or vibration of sweat. He is just the ventriloquist of ghosts pounding his fingers across the illusion of power. You know, some nights I sit out here on my patio and I look at this sunset on this great nation. And I think of how our European ancestors struggled to leave their homelands, how they left everything behind to find freedom and joy and prosperity, how they left everything behind with nothing but a dream. The American dream. I look down and I see new immigrants rolling in with mattresses rolled on their shoulders, new haircuts, and brogan boots, each with a dream in their heart, thinking that they will get the chance to change their lives. I play the anvil until my hammer breaks, or I do. This is the sound of spark and penance. This is the sound lost on the deaf ears of a country built on the backs of a stolen people. If I have ever found God, it is at the end of every swing. Listen to your arms. We may live in a sleeping country, but we still carry the sound in the night. And heaven is a forge. Heaven is an army of welders telling me to wake up. Wake up and sweat.